6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner.
Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Take that!
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. On the run, it's Robinson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
6-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. The 20.
Have some of this.
10.
Have some of this.
And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, the second down throw on target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run it now with Robinson. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
Chiefs 14, Jaguars 7.
2nd down at 7. Incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. They'll run here with Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough 30 yards for you when necessary.
A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Harrison Butker, the kickoff 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs defense here ready to head back out onto the field. And so far, their game plan, whatever it's been on this side of the football, working pretty well.
And I like where you went there, the game plan. You know that they spent all week watching tape, evaluating, putting together that game plan that they thought would be effective. But there's nothing like seeing it actually work on game day. What we're seeing here, wow, what a performance by them so far.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
There's like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Gets past one man. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeMarcus Robinson.
Touchdown, Kansas.
DeMarcus Robinson, 42 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. And he's 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and that'll bring up second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Robinson, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And going deep for Hill and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, 33 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
There you go.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Watch out for Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill, the 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times trying to win a game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st down, it's Robinson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
3rd down and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. The throw complete to Dorsett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Chiefs 49. Jaguars 10.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 33.
And now here comes Kansas City. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mahomes. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
You have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tell him to go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker now to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
Now a clash of bodies here and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and
2. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off when someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he comes back. 15 yards on the play. First down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week.